Hello, all. I'll give everybody a minute to get in. Our YouTube send notifications. Oh, hold on. What do I do? I do a thing. Hold on. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. It's very thin walls here. Sorry. Hold on. Let me get my Twitter open real quick. Oh, dang. We should pop. Hey, Dave Myers. How are you? Weird. It's saying there's one person here. No, that is not the case. That's very weird. Anyway, hello. I have got to find a way to insulate these walls. I really do. Oh, hold on. It's in my StreamYard swing. Excuse me. I'm not sexy. But yes, I've heard some news today from someone, and maybe want to talk about corruption in the judicial system. Do you know that for the most part, it's like apparently it's very commonplace for police to lie under oath and get away with it? Is that wild? That could be something commonplace? Um, Hold on. Probably should have done this earlier, but I didn't. Sorry. Anywho, so I want to tell this story. Hey there, Mongo. I put a link in the Blackjack and Hookers group chat, which anybody who doesn't know the reference is going to find that a very strange name to give a group chat. This light, I don't know what's going on. This light, like, it's actually fucking me up a little. Maybe I need to move it back a little. Maybe that'll work. Yeah, it did help a little. It was too much light. Okay. It's very touchy. Anyway, so a friend of mine's been dealing with, oh, well, it's something I've been interested in talking about for a while, and I imagine, like, alright, so, Mongo, I know you know the story. So he had court today in Arkansas, and, I mean, it's one of those things that you hear about and everything, but to actually see it, like, this poor guy, he watched the cop lie under oath on the stand. The cop claimed that at no point did he show that the defendant had a medical marijuana card. Yes, he did. First off, if a cop finds weed in your car, you're gonna show him your medical card so you don't get in trouble. Duh. So why would he not? That's insane. Anyway, so the defendant's lawyer, apparently there was claims there was no dash cam footage, but there was. Like, there's no, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, it gets better. The judge, the lawyer calls out the cop, and she's like, wait. So you said this, but earlier you said that, you know, and so the cop gets flustered and doesn't know how to answer, and the judge lets him slide. Seriously, the judge didn't even question the inconsistency of the cop's story. This is what you get when you have a small town, podunk little courthouse and little good old boys club in Russellville, Arkansas. So the lawyer, she knows they're corrupt. I'm just not sure she has what you say, the gumption to actually do something about it. Now, I've looked it up. Apparently, if you see any judicial or judge misconduct, a lawyer can report it to the Judiciary Committee. Well, technically, anybody I think can. Obviously, I'm going to advise that be done. And very little is ever done, apparently, because I read a short article. Well, I read a bit of a longer article, to be honest, written by Alan Dershowitz. Uh, and y'all can Google who that is. You should probably use voice text because I do not know how to spell Dershowitz. But apparently, police lying on the stand is a very common practice, and they get almost never do they actually get in trouble for it. They're almost never held accountable. If I was to lie on the stand, I would go to jail or be fined or something, depending on the severity of the case, I'm sure. But they're allowed to just straight up lie, I mean, this poor guy, poor Chris, he's he's he said he just kind of gasped a little every time a lie came out of his cop's mouth. He was horrified. I mean, to be fair, he should have seen it coming because I told him, like, this is a small town. They're going to make an example out of you, But to actually witness it is a sight to behold. I've actually witnessed a cop lie on the stand about a lie detector test result, actually. And, oh, God, that was that'd be around 2003. I saw that, and I was just, yeah. I remember the cop's name even, Bobby Tompkins. Still remember that cop's name. Never forget it. Even if I'm 80 and I have Alzheimer's, I'll remember that name. I watched him lie on the stand. I couldn't believe it. So I'd always heard, that cops did this, but to actually see it, it's weird. Nothing prepares you for that kind of surprise. You're just like, it's the audacity. It's the audacity that not only is he getting away with it, the judge is letting him get away with it. Because the judge is the one that's supposed to call out the bullshit. So when him and the judge are buddies, what do you do? So I guess to file a complaint against the cop, we'll have to take it to the district attorney's office and submit a complaint form to the Judiciary Committee of Arkansas. Because they threw out this motion to suppress evidence because it was like, I mean, the defendant's lawyer saw the footage, the dash cam footage, and the defendant was in the back of the cop car already handcuffed before they even started searching the truck. So they can't even say that he gave permission or this or that. They already detained him before they had even probable cause or reasonable cause to arrest him. And so, like, the judge just ignored it. Like, it's amazing to watch someone who can just get away with it. Like, where do you go? Like, if that's corrupt, then you go up. And then if they're corrupt, then, like, each state has its own Supreme Court. So if it has to go that way, I guess it will go that way. I just don't know if this lawyer, I don't know if she's got the spine to do it. To be fair, I really don't think she does. This makes me want to become governor even more because I know Arkansas is not the only state that does this. I know Oklahoma does. There is a couple of people I do believe on death row, in fact, there is question of their innocence. There's one guy who has been on death row for a murder he was supposed to have committed. I wasn't there, so I don't know. Back in 1999, he was a 19-year-old college student. He was said to have killed a businessman outside of his the business. I'm not quite sure what the deal is. Like, I've got fuzzy details on the case, but he's been on death row this entire time. And actually, I hope to. And I don't know if he's innocent or not. I can't say. I wasn't there. I don't know. I don't know enough about the case. But the point is, there's a lot of people petitioning, and last I saw the petition was about 60,000 signatures to uh, help a guy named Julius. It's called Justice for Julius. So if you look up Justice for Julius in Oklahoma, you might be able to find out some more information. But seems to be some debate on whether or not uh, some bullshit and trickery was done in the courtroom that got him convicted. And so I imagine there must be other people who probably don't have anyone advocating for them in court. Where if I can be elected governor, which I'm trying to get the money to do, which is why my PayPal is there, I can try to at least bring some kind of judicial balance to Oklahoma. And hopefully, like, because I have so many plans for Oklahoma. I actually really do. Like, there's like, I want to bring like hemp companies to encourage plastics being made that are more biodegradable. Uh, uh, fix the jail overcrowding problem. Uh, help try to get the police better training. There's so many things that need to be worked on here to bring Oklahoma into the 21st century that it's ridiculous. It is. And so, yeah. Tomorrow, all right. So I got these. I designed these they're like little business cards, I guess, but they advertise me running for governor, and I figured that's a good way to hand them out. Do that, I guess. I don't know. I've never really campaigned before, so I'm just kind of figuring it out as I go along, I guess. And uh, so those will be done tomorrow. So actually, I got a very busy day tomorrow. Wednesday, I have to go to court to fix some paperwork and get my last name changed properly back to its old, my old last name. I'm hoping that the stimulus money, there's supposed to be another stimulus coming out, like in this new batch for April. Like, and I haven't gotten it yet that I'm aware of. Like, I haven't checked my bank in a week, but like, I got really disappointed going back every time it seemed it was like $20 in there. I'm really tired of seeing that, so I just kind of didn't. So I'll check it tomorrow, though. I'll try to remember to check it tomorrow. But anyway, yeah. So there's like so much that has to be done. But I actually plan to, like I said, abolish the death penalty because our judicial system in general, if it allows cops to lie on the stand, it allows judges to get away with letting them do this, how can anyone say they're getting a fair trial? So how do we know if anybody deserves to be on death row at this point? Like, how can we be 100% sure? I think someone should have to be 100% sure before they can, give that lethal injection or electric chair or whatever the hell it is anybody even uses anymore. I don't know. I've never been on death row. I know they do lethal injection and that they may still have gas chambers in some states. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I will, like, as soon as I'm governor, the first thing I'm doing is I'm gonna stop and put like a halt on a commute, I think they call it, or whatever, on all death row schedules. Like, stop them. And then from there, start proceeding to abolish the death penalty. Because, like I said, I cannot condone state sanctioned murder when we can't even be 100% sure that our judicial system did its job correctly. I can't live with that. So many people are okay with the death penalty. Part of why is because it gives them a sense of justice and makes them feel like, yeah, give them what they deserve. I don't know if some of them could do the execution themselves, like if they would have the nerve or the, the, the fortitude to actually be the one to do it themselves. I think most of them actually might be too afraid to actually do it. So they like the idea. Like if you ever read a book called Behold the Pale Horse, there's a part in there where they talk about the conditioning of our society and us being okay with things like state sanctioned execution because uh, we feel like someone's getting what they deserve without us actually having to dirty our own hands. Someone will dirty their hands for us so we don't have to carry the burden of someone's death. But to be honest, if you're okay with someone being executed that may be innocent, maybe, you're not 100% sure, but you're okay with them being executed, I'd do it. Wait, we're talking about state sanctioned murder. In Oklahoma, if I become governor, I am going to abolish the death penalty because our judicial system is so messed up. How can we be 100% sure that the people on death row, all of them are guilty? How can we be sure? There's so many stories where you see somebody's been in prison for 15, 20 years and find out they were innocent, that the courts fucked up or they lied. How many people have we already killed that may have been innocent? We can't get them back. It's bad enough someone wasted 20 years of their life in prison for something they didn't do, but at least they can get out and maybe get some money for their trouble and maybe start a life again, maybe. But if we kill them, can't. And what started this today is that someone I know went to court, and a cop lied on the stand right in front of the judge. And when the defendant's lawyer called out his contradiction in his testimony, the judge let it go. The judge let it slide. Did not give the cop any trouble about lying on the stand under oath. I mean, how blatant. I'm a pot death penalty in theory. Not sure about in practice. I'm pot. Oh, you're pro. You're pro death. Not sure in practice. Well, see, I'm the way our judicial system. Yeah, pro death penalty. That's what I figured you meant. Because it just took me a second to kind of piece that one together. But yeah, I kind of figured that's what you meant. Unless you want to put pot on death row, which would be weird. Anyway, but he saw the cop lie on the stand. He was just like we know people lie in court, but it's just to see it actually happen in front of your very own eyes, and it's your freedom at risk. It's got to take the air right out of you. His lawyer just like calling the cop out, like, excuse me, but there's a contradiction here. Like, she saw the dash cam footage. Apparently, she finally got to see it. Finally, she got to see the dash cam footage, and it contradicts what the cop said on the stand. And she said that it contradicted it, and the cop gets all flustered apparently, and the judge was, just brushed it off. The pot goes on death row. I'm going with you. Wow. Oh yeah, that's another thing. If I become governor of Oklahoma, I'm making it a recreational state, not just medical. I'm making it recreational. And all the people who are in jail, serving especially long sentences, for marijuana, like say they got caught with an amount that if they got caught now, they would just get a ticket, for instance, or a very short, much less of a sentence, and they're nonviolent, I'm going to have them released. I don't care if I have to go down to the jail myself and sign off on every single fucking file. I will do it. I will grab myself a seat. It's like that gif that guy walks around and does this and yanks out this lawn chair and sits down. I will do that right there at the county jail. Whatever hour of the day and night, don't give a shit. Hand cramps, don't give a fuck. I'll sit there and like every single file that comes across that is a nonviolent pot offender, sign off, until I am fucking done. Like someone's gonna have to order in some coffee and pizza because I ain't leaving until it's done. And I'm gonna have and like I said, I'm gonna put a halt to any scheduled execution because I'm worried that if I go for abolishing the death penalty, people may die while I'm trying to do it. So as governor, I can put a all scheduled death executions, and then, while that's being stopped, proceed to abolish it. Because I plan on getting rid of the non-violent potheads, the people who maybe they've been in jail for a couple of months because they couldn't pay a stupid parking ticket. That's that's not a danger to society. That's a poor person. That's their loophole because in debtors' prisons we're outlawed. So yeah. So I'm pretty sure I could make plenty of room in that jail, free it up a little bit. So yeah, nonviolent pot smokers. I mean the name of my autobiography. Right on, right on. Exactly. I mean there are people in there who are probably spending probably 10 years, maybe more, for having weed before it was sort of legal. Because if you have the card, it's legal. But so yeah, uh, there's probably quite a few of them. I don't know what the statistic is, but like yeah, and like there needs to be some training done. There needs to be some sort of proper training done because I like things are going really messed up over there at the county jail. I mean, there's probably other jails that are having issues, but since county jail is only about 10 minutes away from me, off I mean, shit, even the side roads is almost 10 minutes away from me. It's close. It's the one I hear about the most. And there was one girl. I think this happened about 4 years ago. There was a girl I went to the bar with. Well, I didn't go with her. Like I knew her more or less from the bar. Her mother, her mother supposedly committed suicide using like those phones. You know when you call to get someone to come bail you out. Supposedly she somehow, even though it's a short cord, somehow supposedly wrapped it around her neck and hung herself. And the guard didn't notice in time. Really? Really? What was that guard doing? What was he watching TikTok? What was he doing? How do you not notice that? I understand, not being in there so the person has some privacy to talk, but you're supposed to keep an eye on the inmate. So even if she did actually do this to herself, the guard has no excuse for having not been paying attention. The stories I have heard out of that place is horrific. The county jail itself, for lack of a better term, I think are guilty basically of human rights violations. It's insane. It is. But nobody wants to take them on. They tried. They actually tried to audit the jail, and they refused, and they were allowed to refuse. They're like no one enforced it. Like, gee, who got paid off on that one? I wonder. The stuff that have the governors, the last few years, probably the last 4 or 5 governors at least, what happened. God knows how long before that corruption has been going on and rampant. Someone once said, and I can't remember who it was, if you go into politics and you leave rich, you did something wrong. Probably right. But I have a different plan. Any money I receive, if it's from a corporation, company, entity of any sort, it is going to be something that I believe in. Like, say, bringing hemp companies to Oklahoma so they can produce plastics and make more jobs available to people. Uh, not trying to put the oil companies out of business. This is Oklahoma. I'm not stupid. That's going to turn every red voter against me in a second, and it could be catastrophic economically. Does everybody have to be loud in this house? Everybody? Am I the only one that's quiet? It used to be that way. I used to be told I was loud. Anyway, so yeah, so that's pretty much my plan. And so what you missed, is that the fact that this little podunk town's judge and cop are crooked. Well, I'm sure yeah, but I'm assuming we're going to have to file at least two different complaints, one to the district attorney's office over the cop and one to the judiciary committee for the judge. That's going to be fun. And we need to see how. Hey, Robert, how are you? And welcome. And meow to you as well. I'm so glad you're here. Slasher! Goodness. I should just. I don't know what the deal is. I think I got to figure out how to kill time for 25 minutes because that's about how long it takes for YouTube to let everyone know I'm on. Like, I think it's between 20 and 25 minutes. I've started to average this out. But either way, uh, I am not. Alright, so, yeah, his trial is June the 21st, I think. I wrote it on the calendar, so it's not super important I remember here. It is written down already. So, but the fact that the cop lied under oath, even though everything he said, what he said contradicted his own dash cam footage, and the judge just let it slide, didn't care. And so, yes, complaints must be filed. Possibly even, I don't, that town's so small, I may not be able to get another judge, but that might actually work for our benefit. Because if you can show that the, you know, like testify or make an affidavit or something and send it to the Judiciary Committee about what happened and demand a different judge, let's see if they can produce one. The, what I've seen in this court, at this courthouse that I've been to in Russellville, more for governor. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Like, I hope so. Because all the stuff, I mean, I read Twitter, and I'll get to that part in a minute. Anyway, but for Robert and Slasher who just got here, yeah, so his trial is going to be June the 21st to decide, and I think they're going to try to make an example out of him. I think they're going to try to punish him because almost everybody I've seen at that court, every time we've gone before, people are lining up that sign off on their plea deals and stuff because they don't want to make it any worse on themselves. So they don't fight. They don't try. We did. They don't like that. Small town, you don't make waves. You roll over, you do as you're told. You toe the line, that sort of thing. When you don't, and you got at least one crooked cop and a crooked judge, you best believe they're going to do everything they can to throw him in jail and do it for as long as they can get away with doing. I wouldn't even be surprised if something bad was to happen to him in jail if it gets to that. That's why we're going to have to try to have the judge removed from the case. I don't see any other choice. So he was considering representing himself. I told him at this particular time, do not use the lawyer you have as much as you can. Tell her what she needs to do. Because a lawyer, if if a lawyer sees a judge do what she saw this judge do, she can actually file a report with the proper authorities for judicial misconduct. She actually can. Now, whether or not she will is a different story. Because remember, small town. Yeah. So, if all the authorities are crooked, full of tricky, you have to get out of there and possibly go higher and higher up. So, and like I said, I'm sure this kind of stuff happens here in Oklahoma. Maybe it's just not getting heard about because people toe the line and don't want to make waves. Well, I'm here to make waves. That's exactly what I'm here to do. I was born to make waves. That's why daycares couldn't handle me. Schools didn't know what to do with me because I questioned authority. I questioned why are things the way they are. That didn't always go so well for me. And they're going to find me quite unbribable. Very, very unbribable. I have been poor most of my life. There is no fancy lifestyle that I've become accustomed to that I'm going to require bribe money. I'm one of those people that, I want enough money to, take care of regular costs of things like property tax, occasional dental visit. If the restaurant tells me guacamole's extra, I don't have to worry about it. I ask very little in life. I really do. I want to be able to pump gas and spaced out and not worry about what the ticker says, That's it. And the pay for governor will more than cover that anyway. I definitely wouldn't need anybody's money. I'm so used to living poor, but I buy my clothes at the thrift store. To be honest, like I do, unless of course Walmart has something for cheaper, then I'll buy it there. So I'm not used to fancy clothes, as all of my live streams will attest to. Yes, 90s homeless style is usually my kind of thing. So, but I'm kind of excited to see what my cards are gonna look like. I mean, like I designed them on the website, but I don't know like how they're actually gonna look in person. Like I hope they look good. Like I hope they look cool. I decided I was just gonna use the same picture on my card as that I put for my Facebook and my Twitter and my Instagram. Yes, I revamped my Instagram. Just, aw, thank you, manga. It makes me warm and fuzzy. I'll say this. It does. I tell people I can get people in Oklahoma to feel the same way. Oh, and for some reason, yeah, near the beginning of May, I'm going to have to get rid of the little like when you set up a pool in your PayPal for certain monies to go to, like this one right here. Apparently, they're getting rid of pools on PayPal May 3rd. I don't know why. I'm not sure why that's a problem for people. I thought this was a great way to organize it. That way, when tax time comes around again, it'll have it more labeled what the money was for, what it went to. Now it's just me like I don't know what they're gonna replace it with. So I'm just gonna have to put it in my main account after that. But at least for now, if y'all can give money toward this, that would be so awesome. Oh my gosh. I mean, I'll love y'all forever either way, but I'll definitely extra love y'all forever if you can help me do this because this is definitely gonna take some effort. It is. It probably would have been so bad if they had upped the price because like 2 or 3 years ago it was $1,000 to get on the ballot. Now they've raised it to two, and I'm sitting there like, you guys are kidding me. You just trying to make sure nobody could afford it. At least nobody poor and you know like you and me, regular people. You know, I even got some dress clothes to for this, and I got it at the thrift store. Yeah, I don't plan on spending a lot of taxpayer money. I really don't. I have no intention to do that as much as I can help. Hell, I'll even probably use some of my governor money to like go make sure homeless people have food in the food pantries and shit. Like, yeah, I'm gonna try to be everything a governor ought to be. Some people are gonna like me, some are not, but that's how things go anyway. So, anyone else hear that? Someone on their phone, like there's a recording on their phone, and it says, "That's so weird. I found a dead body in my trunk." I could have sworn, and I couldn't hear the rest of it. I'm like, what are you watching? Anyway, I was hoping that somebody would like I sent out some links. I'm surprised like nobody came by to talk about this. I think tonight's a busy night for. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, Mondays are bad nights for streaming because everybody's streaming on Monday night. Grr. So most likely, yeah, everybody and their moms are busy. That is the downside of like kind of unsubscribing from people is because like even though you try to separate yourself from toxic folks, uh, you also don't know when they're going on, so you don't, you're not aware. Oh, hold on. Sorry. What? Okay, I'm not. Uh, I'm not even sure what to make of that manga. Like, I'm not even sure what I just saw. Like, the dude having a meltdown at that particular moment. Was that what was going on? Oh, there's more. I'm sorry. There's more. You sent me more pics. I'm sorry. Something about being on a Kindle. Oh my goodness. Okay. This point man, but that don't look like a man. Okay, so I guess you got worked up because of a Kindle conversation. Gotcha. Alright. But, okay, so yeah, that's weird. I know, right? I'm like, damn, where the hell did I do? Apparently it wasn't you, it was everyone, apparently. Don't worry about it. No, I just saw that and then I realized it was more. I'm like, oh my goodness, there's more to put in perspective. Gotcha. Still not quite sure what all I saw there, but yeah. So yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I guess when I get those cards out. Oh my God, tomorrow's Tuesday. Oh, Tuesday is gonna be so busy. Like I don't know. Yeah, it's gonna overwhelming. It's gonna be like all over the place tomorrow. Like I'm like two doctor's visits, kind of like therapy and to get my anxiety medication refilled. Pick up the cards and go see if I can negotiate with the dentist on a payment plan because I'm too poor to actually get my shit fixed. But I can't also go around politicking looking fucked up. I look like I've been in a fucking car accident across here. What it looks like. I knew I should never drink all those coffees for years. Coffee's acidic. Come to find out, coffee's acidic. And guess what that does to your teeth? Yeah. Not good. Not good. And besides, we're in Oklahoma. People aren't going to look at your teeth and just, oh, she's got genetically bad teeth, poor girl. Or, oh, she must have drank too much coffee. That is not what they assume when they see your teeth messed up. Just saying. Yeah. Don't want to throw that bad idea at people. No, thank you. I wish I could sleep. Certainly wouldn't even take. I'm not even trying to take shit. It would not let me sleep. But anyway, so yeah, so that's pretty much what we're dealing with. Small town crooked cop, crooked judge. Oh, and the lawyer's like, maybe you should think of help figuring out a. I hate it when they drink because it gets loud. There's not much I can really do because he pays a fair amount of the bills. I gotta win the lottery. I'd be unstoppable. Well, I mean, I wouldn't be bulletproof, I suppose, but anything short of that, I'd be unstoppable. But anywho, so yeah, crooked judge, crooked lawyer, the lawyer. Well, I mean, I don't think she. I think she just doesn't have quite the spine. He said he was surprised that she actually called him out on his bullshit right then and there. When she realized the judge just didn't care, she kind of kind of slumped back a little. Because I mean, to be fair, what do you do as a lawyer when the judge isn't playing by the rules? Like you're like, sure, you know. And she's just a public defender. Like, yeah, I don't think she's ready to take on a crooked town, a crooked cop, and a crooked judge. I'm gonna try to push her to do it. But she was telling him maybe he should consider a plea deal. And he's like, oh, hell no. After seeing what I just saw, no, I want to fight now. He needed that. I really wish he had had that fire for the last, like, 6 months. But I'm glad he got it. Better late than never, I guess. So, yeah. So I am going to try to figure out what to do. I mean, I saved it. On the Judiciary Committee, there's a form you can fill out online to complain. So I'm going to have him do that to the best of his recollection in the proper order of things. Because, like, yeah, he was the one that was there dealing with it. And see what goes on from there. Now, most likely, when the judge finds out that there's a complaint filed against him, he's probably not going to take it well. But that also creates a situation. Now, it's very possible that, and this is a very small possibility, the judge might drop it. But somebody tells me he's hard headed. So he might go ahead and try to really punish the shit out of Chris if a complaint is filed against him, which could show unreasonable prejudice against Chris because of his misconduct, and then when he reported it, try to punish him even harder, that might be something for the Arkansas Supreme Court. That might help get it thrown out. It's gonna be an ugly fight either way. It's exactly what it's up. But I'm barely able to fathom the kind of fight this is going to be. Because I don't know. Because he in the middle of this, he got a new judge. I was hoping the new judge would be better. Clearly, he's not. So yeah, that's kind of the shit we're dealing with. So, questions, suggestions, ideas? What do y'all think? I mean, I already kind of have a rough draft of the game plan, but I mean, if y'all know any kind of precedent set, or hey, I know somebody who went through this and they did this and this, whatever, throw it at me. What you got? So this is gonna take this is definitely gonna take everybody putting their heads together for this one. Like I try to get a hold of Abu Naz because he knows about the law. I mean, he knows about New York law, but there are certain things that are just nationwide. Perjury. How to file a complaint against a judge. What steps you take. Certain things are just kind of across the nation. For the most part. So. Although he hasn't spoken to me in a while, he may be like by proxy upset with me because I pissed off a few of the other YouTubers. But to be fair, if he is holding that against me, this isn't about me. This is about someone else's freedom. And that's what should be important, to be fair. You know what? He doesn't even do YouTube stuff, and he's got a better soundboard than I could get. This is some bullshit. Saying. I need a soundboard. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Use the sound from Law and Order. Boom, boom. He got off of Twitter a month ago, so I wouldn't think that he got. Oh, I didn't know he had been off Twitter. Well, all right. To be fair, I also tried calling his phone number, and I got no answer. So I mean, he could be busy. So I don't know. I didn't know he left Twitter. I didn't even look to see what his last tweet was. So that's possible. So he might know. Well, I don't know. This the little firestorm I did, that might have been a little before he left, possibly. Hopefully he calls me. You know what? I'll try texting him tomorrow. I don't want to do it tonight because, I tweeted, I DM'd him, and I called. So I don't want to look like I'm crowding the shit out of him. So I'll probably wait till tomorrow and then text him and see if he responds. If he doesn't, then I'm just going to assume he's not speaking to me, which will suck. I'll just get right into it and be like, here, this is what's happening. Someone's freedom is at stake. Help me here. Help me help somebody. Because, I mean, that's kind of why we do the things we do sometimes. Because we have to. Because who else will? He'll be back on Twitter next month, so hopefully it'll be easy to get. Well, yeah. Yeah, I actually, it took me a minute to even remember I had his phone number because I don't like making phone calls. I hate calling people. Oh my god, I hate calling people. I like texting. This or texting, that's good on me, So, if I call your phone, there is a good chance you should probably answer because I would not normally call somebody's phone. Hey, trust me, if the IRS had text messaging, I'd have done that. It would have saved me having to listen to their shitty ass on hold music. I've heard elevator music that was better. I don't know where they find this crap. God. But, a lot less people. I don't know. Some people seem really kind of down for me being governor, but I don't know. It's one of those things that you have to get to a certain level before people are like, oh hell yeah, I want to help. But when you're down here, they're not quite so ready to help. Like Munga, I know you've helped. I'm not saying you haven't, but in general, people are like, oh, that sounds like a cool idea. But then once you actually get to this level, it's getting up to this level is what I'm trying to get people's attention. And so, yeah, that's kind of what I'm dealing with. So tomorrow and the next day are going to be, like, it's going to be so much to do tomorrow and the next day that, like, I literally have set alarms on my phone just to remind me so I don't forget. Yeah, there's that. So that should, and I'm trying to figure out when I should even change my ID because, like, my last name, I'm going to change my last name to what it used to be. And I don't necessarily want to. Oh, yeah, the bunny's awake. All right, so I sent the bunnies to the animal shelter who work with the wildlife refuge. So the bunnies were sent there. And so I'm sitting at the kitchen table today. And because of that day, the woman had picked up one of the rabbits. It made this weird barking, chirping sound. It sounds very weird. It sounds like a very agitated little bird. And so I was looking at my phone sitting at the kitchen table. The window was like right there. The side yard, not really a backyard, but the side. I don't know what you call it. You have to see the layout to understand my confusion. And I heard that sound. And I'm like, what is that sound? Shit, ran outside as fast as I could. There is my cat Bob, that fluffy son of a bitch, with a little bunny hanging in her mouth. Needless to say, Bob ran, and now there's a Sprite box with a baby bunny in it who will be being picked up tomorrow because I called the shelter people, and they said they got my address and they will send someone tomorrow to come acquire the little bunny. So I don't know where the rest of the bunnies are because obviously this baby bunny came from somewhere. So I am super afraid to like mow the lawn because I don't know where Bob got this bunny at. Yeah. So I'm like, how many bunnies am I gonna save here? Clearly as many as I can. I just I don't I mean it's not like we don't feed our cats. Like they don't need to do this to survive. Bob's just an asshole. I love my cat, but she's an asshole. There was a dead bird on the doorstep this morning. Can't the cats learn to pick flowers? But I will introduce y'all to the little bunny because he's moving around now. I hear him making little sketchy noises in the Sprite box. It was the only box I could find that would hold him and make it harder for the cats to get to him because you open these it's made for 20 cans and so you open a spot like this which would make it. I mean, the cat can, but it would make it harder for the cat to get into the box to the rabbit. So I put the bunny in the box to protect it. So let me pick this up. Come here, little sweetheart. Come here. Where are you at? It's dark in there. I can't really see you. Kind of. Oh, there you are. All right. I can see you now. Hey there, little one. I want everybody to say hi to you, okay? All right. I'm gonna be really careful. When the lady at the shelter had picked it up, it started just making that sound. I was like, "What'd you do to the rabbit?" But they didn't make that. Oh, they make that sound sometimes. When I pick them up, they don't holler and freak out like that. Maybe I'm just better with rabbits than she is. I don't know. Now I gotta readjust my eyes because I can't see you. Oh, okay, I can see you. Woo! Little skittish. It's okay. Hey, hey, it's okay. I'm gonna open this box a little more so I can see him. He's starting to get a little scared. To be fair, I did rescue him out of the teeth of my cat, so he's had a heck of a day. So I don't blame him for being a little freaked out. Okay. Honey, it's okay. Sweetie, it's all right. I'm not going to hurt you. Hey, oh, you popped out of my hand. I've got to be super gentle because it's a baby bunny. So, like, I'd rather just jump out of my, hand than for me to, like, grab it too hard. Okay. There we go. This one's a little. This one actually can see. The others were so young they couldn't really see. So I guess they didn't get as freaked out when they were touched because they couldn't see me. But this one can. So. Gosh. And he's a cute little thing. Oh, there you go. Hey, Price, how are you? John, I rescued one from the cats today. Well, cat, singular. Bob. Bob had this bunny in her teeth. Heard the poor little thing hollering for help. I don't know where his little brothers or sisters are, so I can't go rescue them. And I'm scared to mow my lawn or do anything with the lawn until I figure out where the bunnies are, because I don't want to hurt them. So yeah. So I'm just gonna have to clear what I can in the yard. Hopefully find a weed eater, and that is a little bit more easily controlled. So I can get some of the tall parts into the house, things like that, without risking nearly hurting a bunny. Because with a lawnmower, I may not be able to see them. Very good. I know you had her once there. I don't. Having a cat, kidnap you. Yeah, that's gotta be scary. It's all right. All right, he's starting to calm down a little bit. I hope you knew. We can name him Bugs. We can name this one Bugs. It's just that the other day when I had 7 of them, but this one's gonna be picked up by the animal shelter tomorrow and be taken to the wild animal refuge soon tomorrow. Be taken to a safe place. Well, I mean, this place is safe, but a safe place where you'll be able to meet other little bunnies. Yeah, yeah. All right. Oh, did you have to get back in the box? Did you? Would you like to? Okay, I can't tell if you're tired or if you're giving me a dirty look. I can't tell. I'll put you back in the box for a little while, okay? Okay. All right. You probably don't want a mouse near you after what you've been through. Fair enough. I gotta make sure I do this carefully. I don't want to drop the bunny. I gotta put it in the box very, very carefully. Very, very gentle, little baby. I try to be very gentle. There you go. There you go. Oh, ooh, catch it in KG. Nice. Uh, oh, we're a little close together with that. There we go.
There we
A little
go.
more brief. How are
Yeah.
you?
I'm hanging in there. How about yourself, Moira?
Doing all right. Had it. All right, manga. We'll be here for you. Yeah. Did you see the little baby bunny?
I just kind of missed it. I did see the little one there for a brief second.
Yeah, I rescued a bunny from one of my cats today. Uh, I. Oh, sure, Price. Yeah. We send an invite to Price. Yeah, almost an hour in now. People want to join. What?
Well, I was on the phone with my mom, so
Okay, that's fair. Okay, I can't fault you for that.
it's the former
Oh
cat
no,
within
no, no!
me.
I don't fault you for that. I'm glad you still have a mom to talk to. I always tell people to do that when they can, because you don't know when they'll be gone. You always gotta do that.
Yeah,
So I
well,
do not fault you at all.
like I tell her, I expect her to be around for at least another 25, 30 years. So,
I didn't hear you. Let me turn up the volume just a wee bit. It's a little on the
okay.
low side. There we go. Yeah, meow. Testing.
Test, test.
There we
Oops.
go. Perfect. Okay. I had music a little lower earlier because like playing like music and I didn't want it to be too loud.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, but yeah, the little bunny is so cute. But yeah, I was sitting at the table minding my own business, and I've only once before heard a bunny chirp. It does like this barking chirp sound when they're
Hmm.
frightened or hurt.
Hmm.
And like, so when I had those little bunnies, like I didn't hear that. Like when I picked them up, they were fine. They didn't freak out. Also, they couldn't see me. But when I took it to the shelter, the lady picked it up and it started making that chirping sound. And I was like, "What'd you do?" She goes, "Oh, they do that sometimes." I'm like, "They didn't do that with me. What did you do? Squeeze it or something?" Jesus, lady. I mean, I don't think she did. God, I fucking hope she didn't. But anyway, yeah, yeah. But
Yo.
so yeah, I was sitting at the table and looking at Twitter, and I heard the sound. And at first, I thought it was like a bird going by because it's a similar chirpy kind of sound.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know what to do to make him make that sound. I mean, I'm not going to hurt the animal to make it make that sound, but it's a very odd sound. And then
Sound.
I realized I kept hearing it, and I'm like, oh my god! I knew it was a rabbit. So I ran outside, and sure enough, Bob, I caught my cat going like this, walking, and she stopped. Look, she knew she was busted. She got this rabbit hanging out of her mouth. Like she took it, she dropped that rabbit, hauled ass, and ran. And I went and picked
well,
up
your
the
cat. Well,
thing. He lay on his
your cat.
side, afraid to move. The poor baby was so afraid; he was scared to move. I was like, "Oh, honey."
Your cat is exhibiting the natural instinct of a tiger. So.
Bob does. Bob, yeah. Well, I mean, she's named kind of like after a bobcat because when she was born, she had like little tufts and stuff. She looked like she was part bobcat. We thought she was. We were like, "Dang, Bella, what have you been doing? Who have you been doing? Oh my God, where did you find one of them?" I know she's just a really fluffy fucking cat. I mean, some of her attributes. I mean, like some of the fur that comes between her little claw area and on her palms. And I mean, some of it looks kind of like a little bit like a wildcat. Huh?
Funny enough, on my own little rabbit story myself. I was living in California, and we had a nice backyard in a nice house. And then we noticed a white bunny rabbit kind of hopping around the whole neighborhood. And somehow I got trapped in our backyard, so it was scared of us, of my family at first. Then we just started throwing little carrots at it. They started wandering to us. It was cool.
I heard a lot of times. Maybe it depends on the rabbit. But for some reason, the ones around here we seem to have cottontails. That seems to be our. I don't think I've seen any other breed of rabbit around here but cottontail. And so this is pre-cotton right here. Like he hasn't got his cotton ball yet. But well, him or her, I can't
Pleasure to
tell.
meet you.
I try to respect his privacy, you know. But
Yeah.
besides, I mean,
Pleasure to meet you, by the way.
we can still call it Bugs. But how often do we see Bugs Bunny dressed as a girl? Like nobody thought
Oh,
nothing
come on,
of it.
man.
Bugs Bunny was cross dressed, so you know, Bugs Bunny can be gender neutral.
What,
In
if,
this little record.
what, if that rabbit in your room is a girl, they call it Lola Bunny.
Oh well, yeah, oh yeah, that's right. It's been a while since I watched cartoons, but yeah. Well, I
Hey,
don't know. I
man.
respect privacy and size. Sometimes they're so young you can't really tell quite yet. I think maybe I don't know. I'm not really super familiar with rabbit anatomy. Like with dogs, like especially like like pits, like you can't miss it. You know, it's like boom, like you fucking know it. Like there's no question. But things like little mice and little bunnies, like it's a little hard to tell. And plus, I'm not trying to look that hard. Like I'll probably get peed on if I'm
Yeah.
not careful. But yeah, that little bunny, he's a little freaked out right now. He's had a rough day. I mean, getting
Oh.
kidnapped, and he might. I tried to actually like after I put the kitty, after I put the little bunny in the box. Bob was outside again because the cats they come and go as they please. And so I was trying to quietly follow her, seeing if she was going to go back to wherever she may have found it, and so I could see if I could find the others. She realized
Yeah.
I was there, and then started rubbing up against my leg, and I'm like, all right, we're
So,
going to go with this.
so, so my question for you then is: did you just find the babies, or did you find the mama too? Did you find
Mama,
the mom too, or no?
the other day when I had seven of them, Mama ran. Mama took off. She, for some reason, decided to give birth and have them in the
Huh.
yard next to where three pit bulls live. Now,
Ah.
I'm not. What's the word? I'm not trying to do the stereotype of pit bulls are dangerous, but they're also young pit bulls who like to play with things and chew on things. They've chewed up a few
Okay.
like those like empty oil containers we were trying to keep. chewed up the handles. They like to
Yeah.
and play. So if they did this, even if it was just to play, they would end up injuring and killing those bunnies.
Yeah, I
So
know.
so for people who love pit bulls, I'm not trying to. That's a hot topic. I'm not trying to start no fights,
No,
but
no.
dogs
Mm.
like
Yeah.
young dogs like to play with things, and
Yeah.
these baby bunnies are toy sized, So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it just makes you
so I
wonder where
knew
the
if those
mom
pit
is.
bulls saw them, they'd be the end of those little bunnies, and so we had to
So
save them.
it's
The mama was being a
yeah.
bitch, and everything's fine.
Yeah. So like I said, it makes you wonder where the mom is. If it just
Yeah,
took off
I
running from
have.
them.
Oh, she probably saw Bob and ran, or she might have been on a food run for all I know. I mean, there's no telling.
Yeah.
But I wish if I could have followed Bob, I could maybe, if she had led me to them, I would have known where they are. And of course, then I would have swatted her butt to get out of here, and then I would have, collected the baby bunnies and saved them. Because I mean, I'm scared of them on my lawn. Like I don't know where they are. Like I mean, do you see my yard? It looks like fucking Jurassic Park out there. Like, I don't fucking know. So
I
we're
can see
probably just
that.
gonna have to like borrow. Oh shit! Do we even have a weed eater? Hold on. Sorry if I'm a little loud.
No
Adrian,
worries.
do y'all have a weed eater?
Pleasure to meet you, Cat, by the way.
Awesome. Okay. I,
Nice to
I
meet you
think
too,
I
sir.
might need to use it instead of the mower because I don't know where those baby bunnies are. Oh, of course. It's easier to control and see what I'm doing with a weed eater than a mower. Yes, ma'am. She told me to wear jeans.
If you could use a weed eater to mow your whole yard, that's gonna take a long ass time. I'll tell you
Well,
that.
okay. Well, I'm not mowing the entire yard, but like the areas near the house because you're more likely to get
Yeah.
critters trying to get into your house when you have tall grass
Yeah.
next to the wall of the house. So just
Yeah.
like do the outlines around the fences, around where there's a ditch about this
Well,
wide and
well,
maybe about
yeah. In
25 or
in
30
that
feet
case,
long. So you put a pipe down, and
yeah.
so like go around there so no one steps into that ditch and breaks their leg because they couldn't see it for the grass.
Yeah.
Just some of the more important areas until we can try to figure out
Well,
where these bugs are.
well, you're gonna have a jungle in your backyard pretty soon if you do it that way.
Oh, we already do. We already do. Like, if it was daylight, I would probably, switch it over to my phone and like take y'all outside and show you. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. Like, you would just have to rip floor through it with a chainsaw to even get a hold of it right now. Because
Yeah.
soon as that rainy season came in, everything just bloomed like crazy, and it's like, so it's almost 5 acres of it. It's like, holy shit.
It
Plus,
makes me
then,
wonder. Yeah, what's up? It makes me
oh,
wonder that if the grass in your backyard is to be as tall as your fence. Like tall grass.
to be honest, we don't have much of a fence. A lot of this
Uh,
along here, going all the way around, it's barbed wire with like this much
ah.
gap. And some of it, I mean, they can come and go as they darn well please. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen, but a few years ago, probably close to 10 years now, I remember one time I was going to the bathroom, and for some reason I always look out my bathroom window, kind of, because I can like look up one way and see the driveway, see the whole side yard, and it's just to keep an eye, make sure no one's coming while I'm about to go to the bathroom, because I don't want to be on the bathroom and hear a knock at the door or some shit. Anyway, I looked out there, and no shit, there was a fucking deer, like right outside the bathroom window. Well, it was about 15 feet from the bathroom window. I was like,
I've
okay.
had I've had so many I've had so many encounters when I was in Alaska because I grew up there, and there'd be times I would walk to school because I wasn't that far from the school, but me and my sister would walk out the front door, and there'd be a big fat moose just sitting on the lawn right there, big fat ass moose just sitting right there. It just looks at us like, hey, what's up?
Right? Yeah, we have raccoons that are absolutely blatant and brazen, and they are overly fed.
Well,
And they got
well,
big old
Alaska,
butts. Like, it's ridiculous. I'm just like, you guys
yeah,
are
well,
kidding.
in Alaska we had big fat moose.
Uh, I've not seen possums, though. Weirdly, we used to have possums, and now I haven't seen possums in a long time. Once in a while, way down in the ravine, off in the distance, I hear coyotes occasionally. And I'm just like,
I remember my grandfather's log cabin house, and we had a raccoon problem, so we had to have a trapper to get at least 7 out of a roof, out of the attic roof.
yeah,
It was
there's,
crazy.
because of damage to, it's sort of like a screened-in porch area, there is a gas which you wouldn't think these fat ass raccoons could get through, but by God, they do it. They must be made out of fucking rubber. I swear to God.
Oh,
Anyway,
yeah.
I mean, I see them like head to butt this big, and then they got big old round badonka butt. They somehow just squeeze on through, and you're like, do you even have bones? What the fuck? And they
I'll
get
say
up there. They've been making nests up there. I've seen it. It looks like there's like regurgitated berries and some.
I'll say this much. I'll say this much. Raccoons can get pretty fat too when they so much they can get
I
fat.
don't know how they stay up there, but they do it. Like, holy crap! How do you squeeze through that space? Holy crap! I mean, they climb straight up a vertical wall or window. They don't give a damn, and you just get up there. You're just like, I mean, when they walk around the attic. It sounds like there's a toddler walking around up there, and I'm just like,
Yep. And all the scratching and all the squeaking. Yeah.
oh yeah. You know when they're getting comfortable because you hear. I'm like, could you at least not scratch all the way through the ceiling, please? Thanks, dick. Like,
So
I mean, during the winter, I understand because you're cold, you want somewhere to hide. I don't really fault them for that. But dude, it's nice outside right now. Like, it's nice outside even at night right now. Like, get the fuck out of the house. Get out of the house. Come on.
So,
I mean, if there's snow on the ground, I'll let it pass. But I mean,
what kind of crows do you deal with, Cap? If you have any.
What kind of crows?
What kind of critters do you deal with? Do you deal with raccoons, or what?
Well, thankfully for right now, I live in an apartment up on the 6th floor, so I don't really deal with any kind of critters or insects. The
neighbors
I'll
are the
get is
only
the
critters
birds.
he deals with.
The neighbors. There we go.
Like, keep your music down. Man, I do not miss living in an apartment. I do not.
Well, my apartment's like situated like right on the corner, so I only have realistically one neighbor. There's no other 6th floor, so my apartment's at the end of a hallway, so
nice.
It's very rare for someone to come down here. Except this one time where a young woman, she was definitely drunk, mistook my apartment for the door to the pool, and I was like, "Lady, I thought you were knocking because the sex was too loud." And so I answered the door, butt ass naked. She tries looking in. I'm like, "What? You trying to take a peek at the junk here? Let's, just let me know. I'll gladly show you." But
That's awesome. That's awesome.
That is savage. Of course, being drunk, getting the wrong apartment is kind of savage on its own. But dang.
I was just about to go back to my girlfriend. Like, do you want to explore a threesome? I know,
Oh wow. I've done at least a couple of threesomes myself. I've done a couple of threesomes myself, so I've seen my share.
Okay, this is not what the stream was supposed to even turn into. Okay.
Hey, I just asked the questions. I ain't to it. Okay.
I know we were talking about the judicial system and the corruption, and then it turned into bunnies, and now it's turning into like some weird shit. I'm like, wait, hold up.
Rabbits they multiply like crazy though.
Dude, they do. Oh my God, we're gonna be overrun. We're gonna be overrun with bunnies.
They'll overrun their whole house.
It's gonna be like Night of the Lupus or some shit. It's gonna be fucking crazy.
Well, if you
I think it's Lupus. Night of Lupus.
Well, if you want to talk about kind of weird pets, my sister used to have a pet rat for a pet.
Oh yeah, we have rats out here too, and they're actually really nice. They are top quality looking rats, honestly. They have this nice silvery gray fur, real clean looking. They look like they're like pet store quality good. Like, it's weird to see them not laying around, but they're just well fed, healthy, clean. It's like,
well, I would own a rat for the simple purpose of calling him Splinter.
I did actually try to catch this rat, but he was having none of it. Absolutely none of it. I tried. He's quick. I'm like,
well, if you had a rat, your cat might eat it.
What?
I say if you had a rat, if you tried catching that rat, your cat might eat it.
No, I would put it in a box or some kind of enclosure that would protect it from the cat. I'm not bringing animals in to be eaten by them. I'm saving animals from my pets.
I know.
I feed these cats get fed like 2 or 3 times a day. Like, well, we put food in the bowl and they come in and eat whatever they do.
You rescuing little animals like you rescuing little rats and bunnies. You remind me of that kid from Road Yeller who tries to save all the little reptile animals.
Well, that's just my thing. I mean, if the snake looks like it's safe and it looks like it's in danger, I'll try to save it. There's some little lizards occasionally the cats like to get a hold of and break their tail off because it's kind of maniacal.
Oof.
So I'll try to save lizards, rats, snakes, bunnies, pretty much almost nothing is safe in this yard from these cats. Like they literally give no fuck. I'm actually concerned the hawks might be in danger.
Just like that's a new challenge.
Yep.
Bob might actually meet that challenge. Bob is savage for being the size of a regular house cat. She must have been like one of those wild like bobcats or fucking tigers or some shit in her past life. But dang, that bitch is straight savage. No mercy.
The only difference is with hawks, they'll fight back too, though. So if your cat tries to attack a hawk, he'll fight back. So
I think my cat might be down for the challenge. I don't know. She's kind of crazy. Like she doesn't think.
Yeah, hawks are crazy too. Yeah. So since your streams are all about corruption, so what corruption are we talking about this time?
Oh well, I thought you got here in time for it. I was talking about the corruption going on in Russellville, Arkansas, specifically. Although I'm sure it's happening everywhere. Today, someone I know was in court, and the cop. All right, so his lawyer saw the dash cam footage, and when he testified, the cop testified, he literally was contradicting what was on his own dash cam footage. The lawyer called him out, like, wait, hold on, but your dash cam footage shows this. And he got all flustered and tried to backpedal, and the judge let him get away with it, didn't do a damn thing about it. And told him they also are not going to go with his motion to suppress evidence. So.
It's crazy.
Yeah, the cop was like, he didn't show me he had a medical card.
Well.
If you're caught with weed, that's the first thing you do is say, hey, I got a medical card. Yes, you do. That is the very first thing you fucking do. Because you don't want to be in trouble. So the cop is fucking lying about it. And I asked Chris, I was like, can you prove how long you've had that? Like, you have the receipt and a picture, something that shows you've had it before the arrest date. He goes, yes, I can prove by how long I've had it. I went, good. That will help. So that way they can't try to say he got it after the arrest. Because, I mean, nothing is beyond these people. The fact that a cop would get on the stand and lie under oath, nothing is beyond them. Nothing. No scruples whatsoever. He was horrified. We all know what happens in court, but to actually sit there at your own trial or your own, it was a pre-trial, like, no, we're not going to get rid of the evidence. We're not dismissing this. We're dismissing the suppression thing. And they want him June 21st for trial.
Yeah, if you want to talk about crazy corruption, you should look up the court case about CPS using perjury in a court case to take someone's children away from them, from parents.
Oh, Child Protective Services? Oh, that's a whole, that is a shit show on its own. They are corrupt. It is legalized human trafficking, making money off children they take from people's homes.
Yep, it's crazy shit.
Oh, yeah. Trust me. Oklahoma has been rife with that for quite some time. I've seen it.
Yep.
There was one, thank God the situation wasn't worse, but, there was this woman I know, and at the time, her child was probably like 2, maybe? Anyway, so they had one of those things for like the kitchen cabinets where you gotta like open a little, press this thing and then open it. It's supposed to keep it childproof. Well, we know how childproof things are. They're usually more adult-proof than childproof. So the kid, hi, Multi-Gun, how are you doing?
Yeah, what's up, Gun?
How's it going? Oof, you'll have to back it up about 10 minutes to get in some of the corruption situation we're in, or what we're discussing. But anyway, so she, out of the niceness of her heart, she was allowing a woman to stay there who happened to be the ex of her now husband. They broke up, quite some time back, but he accidentally got her pregnant, so it was his baby mom. And mostly they were giving her a place to stay so the son would have a place to stay. Not so much her, but she was. So anyway, so the kid gets under the cabinet and gets the can of bug spray. Nothing is done except no spraying happens. She sees the can, takes it from the kid, puts it up in a higher cabinet. Like, okay, obviously these
Mhm.
childproof things on the cabinet aren't working. So this fat cunt, yeah, someone's gonna be like mad at me later for that one. But this fat cunt calls child services on the woman because she's been wanting the man back, but he's moved on. He's married to the woman of the house now, who's
Mhm.
allowing her to stay there rent free, so her and her son won't be homeless. Yeah,
Yep.
this is where this is going. Anyway, so she called child service. Supposedly, well, it was anonymous, but who else? There was nobody else there to witness the bugs. Oh, well, we'll come back. Well, there was nobody else there to witness the bug spray situation. So who else would have known that the child had had her hands on a can of bug spray? So
Hmm.
this chick's not very smart. But she was hoping something would come of it. They did a little investigating and found out that it was indeed bullshit. That even if you didn't care about your kid, who wants to smell bug spray sprayed all over the house? Literally nobody wants to smell that. So nobody's going to do that. That's completely illogical. Like, even if you don't care about your kid, who wants to smell that?
Yeah. Well, also, it's
So
basically
the
just
claim
poison.
was apparently she supposedly was allowing the kid to run around playing with it, spraying it. That is dumb. Okay, I think it would be more believable if you said the kid was spanked or something. That would have been more believable. Did you hear that, or were you getting back in?
No, my phone for a reason lagged. So what was the last couple sentences?
Okay,
What was the last couple?
so 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 Amber took the and bug spray, put it in a higher cabinet. Like, okay, no spraying was done. It's fine.
Yeah, yeah,
So the woman who wants Damien back, because I mean, I can't just say person A, person B just gets stupid.
yeah.
Anyway, so you know, she calls child services, and of course, because at the time there was very limited amount of people who were in that house at that time. When she found out she was accused of letting her youngest daughter run around playing with bug spray, she knew exactly who fucking made the report. And she's like, "Really? I let you stay at my house, and you did that? Really?" First off, Amber would never let that happen. Secondly, even if you didn't, if you didn't care about your kid, no one wants to smell bug spray. So who would actually allow a kid to run around the house spraying bug spray? Logically speaking, because not everybody likes their kids, sure. But logically speaking, nobody wants to smell that nasty smell, so that
Yep.
is illogical. It would have been more believable if she just claimed that she hit the kid. That would have been more believable. And no, I'm not trying to give people ideas, but what I'm saying is that is such a dumb accusation to make. And of course, because they get a call, they have to go and talk to people and this and that. And they quickly realized that it was just a case of jealous baby mama wanted the man back, even though the man didn't want her silly ass back. But
Yep.
I guess she was hoping if
See, that's
she could get Amber in
see that's
trouble. Huh?
see that's a I was gonna say that's a perfect example of a woman trying to use the system to get back at her ex.
Yes,
Proving
yes, she does. She'll demand child support from Damien, but man, unless it suits her or like her son is inconveniencing her, Damien doesn't get to see his son.
and that's what I mean by
If
it's
she wants
messed
to
up
go out and
that,
do something, or if
that
she's tired of taking care of the little boy, then she'll let Damien see him. But
yeah,
there were 3 or 4 years where
that's
she didn't let him see him at all.
and that's why I'm saying that the court system is so ridiculously biased against men that
Yes,
you can't even
and
see
this
your own
woman
stuff
is
without.
absolute creme de la creme of white trash. Like, oh my god.
Yeah,
Like, I'm surprised she doesn't have a toilet in her front yard. Like, this is straight up white trash. And not even
yeah.
like classy enough to put flowers in it. Like, just yeah, yeah. She's oh god.
Well, Katie knows about this, but I'll tell Cap that I would say my good example of good corruption is paying income taxes when there's no law to do so. There is no law in the books according right now that you don't have to pay income taxes.
Yeah, I do believe what I don't. What is that? Is that That's not the 19th Amendment. It's in the teens.
Hmm.
Is it the 16th Amendment? Is that what it is? It was
Yeah,
never
16th
technically
Amendment.
ratified. It was technically never ratified because you needed a certain percentage of the states to agree upon it for it to be ratified as an amendment.
Well, I think it was eventually did ratify, but like I said, but according to the Constitution, if there's no federal law or mandate on the books to pay income taxes, then you're not obligated to do so. So,
Well,
any,
that's a
any,
whole that's a whole separate, bigger situation because we're already dealing with a corrupt small town, a corrupt cop, and a corrupt judge. We're gonna have to
yeah.
take on the IRS another time.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying for me, because
Right.
KDR is on my tweet, but yeah, that's the biggest thing for me was, like I said, you're now telling me that there's no law, federal law, that I have to pay income taxes, and then
Well,
that's just a
somehow
whole.
they've made it a law somehow because they can charge people with tax evasion. So
Well,
somehow someone put something somewhere, even if it wasn't constitutional.
like I
Somebody
said,
appointed.
that's the biggest crux of the whole thing. Until someone shows me the actual wording, the actual law, that's federal law or federal that tells me that, then I will.
Actually, I'll take a look. I'm always down to learn. I mean, it's not the exact
Yeah,
kind of law you need to
yeah,
learn right now, but I mean,
yeah. Try to find a federal law that requires each of us to pay income taxes.
oh wait, I'm sorry, federal. I should have specified.
Federal, no. Yeah, because
Yeah, sorry,
states can pass a
I
law
did
they
not
want,
add that. I
but
should have.
yeah. If there's no federal law about income taxes, then every state law about income taxes is nullified. So
Trying to think. Statutes. Okay.
I will give you a whole month to do this if you want that. Just
Well,
just say the entire.
I don't. I'm not gonna research the tax law for a month. I'm really not. That's not really
I
my
know,
thing.
I know. I know, but it's one of those
Constitutional
kind
law,
of.
civil rights law, yes. This, no. But I will. I'll let everybody see what I see.
Yeah.
Sorry, hairball. All right. So it says this. So let's read what this has to say. I mean, I hope. I mean, even. I mean, I don't know what I hope because, like, eh.
Yeah, see, that's a tax code, but not the federal law, though.
The federal tax law begins with the Internal Revenue Code enacted by Congress and Title 26 of the United States Code 26 USC.
See, no, but that's the IRS code. That's not a federal law. That's not. It wasn't passed in legislation.
The United States Code is not a federal code.
No, no. The IRS can have all the codes they want because that's made in house. But that what you're reading right now, that's not a legislation. That's not a legislation text or a actual bill. I'm talking about look for a federal bill that's
All
currently on
right.
the books. Yeah.
All right. So functions. U.S. Code made
Yeah, because
available to the public by Congress. However, this version is only current through the first session of the 112th Congress convened in 2011. Before rely on the IRC section retrieved from this or any publicly accessible version of the U.S. Code, please check the U.S. Code classification tables published by the U.S. House of Representatives to verify whether there is no amendment since the session. Okay, I don't know.
see,
All right.
see, like I said again, everything that you're reading right now is all based on the fact that there might be a law out there, but the problem is, show me where the federal law that says that applies to that. Because I can tell you right now, there is no federal law on the books right now that any of that code stuff will apply.
That's a lot right there.
Yeah. I'm just saying as a dare.
Let's see if we can find something more simple looking. Because, like I said, I'm trying to keep. The
That's fine.
Internal Revenue is fully intended Internal Revenue Code of 1950, the domestic portion of the federal statutory tax law in the United States, published in various volumes. This might have something. All right.
I don't do Wikipedia. I do not trust Wikipedia at all. Just saying.
Doesn't mean it's 100% wrong. It might at least.
Yeah, even Wikipedia admits that their own stuff is not reliable. So
All right, this is from Cornell University.
yeah, U.S. title code, but like I said, that only applies if there's a federal law on the books. But like I said, you're not going to find any federal law that's in the that's passed by Congress that requires us to do that.
That's useless. Remind me not to apply to Cornell. Come on, fucker. Alright, it's being slow as all hell. There we go, finally. Oh, for
No
goodness
worries.
sake. Now we had to go
No
back.
worries.
There we go. See. Georgetown. I don't know if they're any better. Investopedia. U.S. Code House. Find law. Okay. Alright, this is just telling me how to do federal taxes. I
Yep. Like I said, you could do this for an entire month and you're not going to find a single federal legislation that was passed by Congress requiring any of us to pay income taxes.
Alright, so let's see. Source Internal Revenue Code or National Tax Fees. It's Constitution Legislative Branch.
So like I said, yeah, all that only applies if there's an actual federal law on the books, but there isn't.
Let's ask it a different question.
Like I said, you can do this for a whole month and you're not going to find one.
I know.
But I've tried several times.
I'm not talking TurboTax about this. They can fuck off. Federal income tax. What? We found a Supreme Court decision.
Yep.
How old this is? Like, does it say how old this is? Like, when was this done? 2013. Okay. The Supreme Court declared the income tax be null and void in a monumentous 5-4 decision written by the Chief Justice. Congress no longer has the power to invoke, impose, or collect an income tax. Senator David Hill said about the decision, I am naturally gratified. I've never had any doubt about the tax being unconstitutional, and never was any good reason for an income tax law. It was pressed upon Congress by a lot of cranks and distributors. In an editorial addressing this decision, the New York Times said it was a remarkable win against unfair, unpatriotic, and unwise law. The Times also saw the decision as evidence the court was capable of reinstating the influence of partisan prejudice. Thomas Harold, ex-deputy commissioner of the Internal Revenue, said days before the decision that even if it were not overturned, he could not imagine how tax could be administered, and it would need to rely primarily on voluntary discourse, a far-fetched notion. The issue was not whether the government had a need for the funds or should have the funds, but rather the method of taxation. It had been clearly felt that the federal government had no right to directly tax individuals. Only the states that could do that. A major issue was not ruled upon. Oh my goodness gracious! Yeah. The entire decision and concurring opinion is decided with Pollock versus Farm Loans Trust Company. Well, fuck people. Although a lot of people do like getting some money back on tax day, I must say. Hi, Wookie. How are you, darling?
Hey, okay, what's up, my man?
Who David Hill is. David Hill, let's go back up here to who David Hill is. Senator David Hill was, I guess, I don't know where the fuck he's from, but usually they'll say senator of whatever, but they just do that. But apparently the Supreme Court declares the income tax unconstitutional, at least according to 2013. Holy shit. Well, fuck me sideways. That's some shit. That is definitely some shit. I mean, I've heard it was unconstitutional, but I never really saw any Supreme Court rulings about it. Oh, okay. So here we go. So on March 1st, 1913, the first income tax form 1040, the next available federal form number, was made available. The 1895 tax was 2% on income over $4,000, equivalent to about $105,000 in today's buying power. Also, the first tax law was tacked on to another legislation and was enacted in October of 1913, retroactive to March 1st, 1913. Something seems to change. Never seems to change. Yeah, they do tax shit on. They do that. Well, goodness. We're gonna have to.
Yeah, but then there's that question: where is that law? It says there's a law talked about in the books or something like that about in 1913.
Well, yeah, that I cannot actually seem to find. I didn't say you were wrong. I said let's go check it out.
No. I'm not saying you. I'm talking about the people who are trying to.
Sorry, I gotta stand up for a second. My hip is killing me. I'm getting old, so I can't be sitting in one place.
No, I'm not saying you, Katie. I'm saying in general that.
He said in 2013 there was no Senator David Hill.
Yeah.
Right.
So like I said, if it was 1913, then like I said, anybody in the IRS should be able to show me that law.
The article was written. You know what? Let me just.
You're good. No, nothing wrong with you. I'm just saying that as you're reading that, I was questioning the guys who ran the article. Well, if there was a tax law that was passed in 1913 or whatever, 1911, then show us that income tax law that was quote unquote passed.
Yes. All right.
Yeah, everything I'm saying is not towards you. I'm talking about the people who are writing your articles.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like any IRS can show me that tax law if that actually exists.
All right, so that article was written in 2013, but yeah.
Yeah, but it talked about a law that was in Congress in 1913, I think.
Well,
but like I said,
in the center of New York, and then there seems to be another David Hill here.
Yeah, so like I said, until any IRS can actually show me the actual law itself from whatever year that was, then I'm not going to do any more income taxes because I'm not obligated to. So anyway.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. Hold on.
So what's up with you, Wookie? Looking pretty good, my man. So imagine that.
So the 16th Amendment, the federal income tax in 1900 passed by Congress July 2nd, 1909, and ratified February 13, 1913. The 16th Amendment established Congress's right to impose a federal income tax. There's your law.
Well, the 16th Amendment?
Yeah. Apparently it was ratified in 1913.
Hang on just a second. Let me see.
All right. Blair brought it up. Like I said, I mean, I don't mind. Like, let's look at it and check it out.
No, nothing wrong with it. Yeah.
I mean, I still think that people are being overtaxed, or the money's not going where it should be. I mean, if you're gonna tax people, at least do it right and have it go where it's supposed to go. Oh, that poor little bunny is like spazzing out in that box. He's so cute. Aw.
Cute.
I see that little sprite box just moving around. Oh, I wonder if he wants something to play with. Like, do they like playing with things? Should we get some grass? Put it in there. Maybe he'd like some grass. I don't know. Well, I had heard rumors that the 16th Amendment had not been ratified, and at that particular time, I was like, oh, wait, oh, it also gives options to check out some other stuff. So let's check out some other shit. Was the 16th Amendment repealed? First federal income tax was imposed during the Civil War. It soon was repealed. Not until 1890 did Congress assess a peacetime income tax. The Supreme Court's ruling was nullified and the majority of Congress reforced the state's legislature to ratify it. So let's see what these folks' issue is. Properly ratified. So there's a slight difference to that.
Let me read this to you guys real quick. It says, no federal court has ever ruled that any provision of the United States Constitution forbids any direct taxation on the individuals. Benson argues that they did not need to file tax return or pay income taxes because the 16th Amendment was not properly ratified. Yeah. Hang on. Let's see. Yeah. So I'm reading my own articles.
Also, we'll save that for another time. Oh, that little bunny is tripping. Poor little bunny. Don't trip out, little bunny. It's gonna be okay. Why would you even? Like, no, don't do that. Bad Wookie. Bad Wookie. We got 11 people. I bitched about most of what this whole stream was about in the first place, but I was shooting my shot about. He said Doctor Who would stop you, Wookie. Yeah, because the British like being taxed, apparently. Oh, poor little baby. Why are you freaking out over there, baby? Hi, John Doe. What's going on? Well, earlier we were covering corruption in the judicial system. Specifically, what brought that on was that a cop today lied under oath right in front of someone I know. In his case, his dash cam footage showed one thing, and then the cop said a different thing that contradicts his own dash cam footage, and the judge let him get away with it and threw out his motion to suppress evidence, and they're going to trial June 21st. So we're probably going to try to report the cop to the district attorney's office and try to report the judge to the judiciary committee. They plan on sticking it to him anyway. Let's try to stick it to him. Might as well go down fighting. So she's like, maybe you should see that plea deal. And he's like, oh, I don't think so now. Like, I don't think so. They're gonna try to make an example out of him because he tried to put up a fight when the others didn't. I mean, it made me think of that Pink Floyd video where people are on a conveyor belt just going off into the grinder. That's what they looked like, up lining up. And they would just, the drunk judge let the lying cop get away with it. I don't know if he was drunk. He's crooked. I don't think he was drunk. I was not told that he was drunk. But the lawyer was like, she was shocked and didn't know what to do. I did not hear about a supernova on Alpha Centauri. I that's not really my field of study. I mean, I could probably give it a gander later, but yes, and I figured these kind of things are happening not only in places like Russellville, Arkansas. Yes, I hope you fucking hear me, Russellville. But they're probably happening in Oklahoma too, and that is why I want to. Yes, indeed, Philip, it is definitely fucked up. And I know that stuff like that happens here in Oklahoma. That is why I am trying to raise money, and I'm like half spamming the chat, hoping people will help me with enough money so I can become governor, so I can try to put a stop to this. At least in the state of Oklahoma, I'm going to try to abolish death penalty. I'm going to fix the jail overcrowding issue by getting non-violent potheads out of jail. Probably a fair number of them probably locked up. Yeah, like, yeah. I'm going to start off with a stay of execution, make sure no one's getting executed while I'm trying to abolish the death penalty. I just heard about it today, Wookie, on Behind the Times, I guess. But yes. And so I'm going to try to stop corruption. I'm going to try to encourage companies who make hemp plastics to come to Oklahoma and make more jobs, which is not going to put the oil company out of business to supply what people think, because we are the third largest in land mass in the United States. There is plenty of room. Okay, it doesn't have to be one or the other. People can keep their jobs because petroleum like products are used all the time in everything. So just because hemp comes to town doesn't mean everything's going to shut down and go to shit. Like that's not going to work that way. It's going to give people more job opportunities. It might help reduce the pollution and like junk. Like I got lots of plans. I really do. So like it takes a while for the light to get here. I'm in the same boat. Oh, I got you. Depending on how far, because yeah. Well, let's not get into the physics of this, okay? Because you're gonna just get my brain all cooked up. It's just like my head's like somewhere else with this. Like I'm trying to shoot my shot for politics here, okay? Gonna get me all talking about the speed of light and this and whatnot. It's just like, but yeah. Like, so yeah, if y'all feel like showing some love, that would be super awesome. God knows I need it. And my business cards should be done tomorrow. I mean, I guess they're business cards. They're called business cards. They could be like little governor cards where like I give them to people. And, you know, astrophysics jokes are too much for kids. It's not that they're too much for me. It's just that worrying about constitutional law, worrying about raising money to become governor, and then you to talk about getting to a whole physics conversation. All those are very in-depth situations. There's a limit how much my forehead can take. So yeah. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think I don't know. Like everybody thought the idea sounded cool, and then it kind of lost steam, and I don't know how to get the steam back. So kind of like, what do we got here?
So I was watching the new I saw the new Mortal Kombat again. Good movie.
I fell asleep halfway through it. I was not feeling that movie at all. I mean, if other people liked it, that's fine. I mean, I'm not faulting.
Yeah, because both me and the slasher was kind of laughing to ourselves watching it just doze off.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Well, I was getting kind of tired anyway. And
yeah, it was me and Slasher.
Y'all fucking woke me up. Yeah, the last donation I had was 9 days ago. Oh, this is rough. He talks about exact corruption dealing with now. I'm sorry, I have to move up. Are you familiar with Gary Spence? Oh, Jerry Spence. I've heard that name somewhere. He is the leading trial lawyer of our time. Imagine if you crossed Gandalf, a cowboy, and a trial lawyer. I think you'll like his TED Talk. Someone needs to send me like a link to that in my Twitter. Fighting for the people. That's exactly what, if I can become governor, that's what I plan to do. So Philip Blair, if you want to throw money toward my contribution, toward me running for governor, I will do my best to fight for the people.
How much you raised so far? So I gave you my $5, so right before.
Hold on, I'm trying to see if it will tell me. I don't math very well sometimes. Alright, so I raised it up slightly from 2,000 to 2,100 because there are accoutrements that are required.
Yeah.
Extras. So it says I have to raise another $1,710.
Well, it's not too bad so far.
Well, it nobody's given since like 9 days, and so it's like.
Oh, okay. Where is your?
Yeah,
I guess.
so it's
I
dying.
guess. Yeah.
Like if everybody who thought it was a cool idea would contribute, like this would work out. Like $10 or $20 from every person who thought this was a good idea, I would have this. Like, but it's very badly disproportioned. So it's like not working out. I'm like, fuck.
Well, you got plenty of times to run for government too. Now you never know.
Huh?
Well, plenty of opportunities to go run for government. So who knows what could happen?
We may not have time. Things are becoming more and more a completely unmitigated disaster. If something's not done soon, it's going to get worse.
Yeah.
So the sooner, the better. We can't just keep like, oh well, I'll just do it next time. We may not have.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm just saying, yeah, because you're already halfway there. Then, just try advertise yourself more out there so they can.
Well, I'm trying to. Like, as soon as I have my little cards and all this and that, but like, I revamped my Instagram for this. I keep trying to like look around and find Oklahoma like people to follow, and sometimes they don't follow back. I'm like, so like, I'm sitting here like on Twitter and on Instagram and on Facebook. I'm just throwing my pitch.
Yeah.
I always took pride in not having a lot of friends on Facebook. Cause I always thought, it seems silly. People always trying to have like 5,000 fucking friends. I'm like, you don't even know most of them people. I have 135 friends. I have always kept it under 200. Now I'm like, fuck, I regret that. And so yeah, I messaged a couple of hemp companies and told them that I'm trying to run and would be interested in having them come to Oklahoma and set up shop. So maybe they'd be willing to throw me a few bucks towards making that happen.
So I got a question for you. Since we're talking about corruption, what do you think about the new court case that's going up in the Supreme Court right now about the Second Amendment? It's another Second Amendment case.
I heard there was one, but I have not had a chance to look at or hear anything about it.
From my understanding, the court case is about New York's restricted measures of, people are not allowed to carry arms beyond their own home property. Pretty much, it basically can't carry a gun on their person when they're not home. Pretty much.
To be honest, I didn't think you were allowed to in New York anyway. So I actually didn't even know that was the thing. I didn't know you could carry a gun around in New York.
No, I'm saying
there's so strict on gun laws. I didn't know that was a thing.
Well, according to the New York law or the legislatures over there, they're trying to make it to where you can only have a gun inside your own home, but you can't carry it anywhere else, which is a violation of the Constitution or a violation of the Second Amendment. Because the right to keep and bear arms does not mean just at your home. For me, for example, I can still carry on everywhere I go, but in New York law, that'd be considered a felony just for carrying a weapon.
They're saying
So,
no audio. Are y'all saying no audio on here?
no,
Like, I can hear us.
I can hear you.
I just,
Yeah,
that's it,
I
no
can hear
audio.
you.
Like, hold on. Oh, I watched a live stream in the center of Jackson Hole. Oh, no audio. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought he was trying to tell us that our audio went out. I'm like, what? Oh, shit.
but
Okay, no
like
here.
yeah, so like I'm saying as I'm saying right now that the court case is basically saying that New York's law is violating the Second Amendment, that you're not allowed to carry a gun outside of your own home, pretty much, which is a clear violation of
Well,
that.
yeah, that is concerning because I'm sure most people. Philip Blair may argue with me. He and I disagree a lot on a few things. We agree on quite a bit, but we also disagree. But that's
Hmm.
the cool thing with me and Philip Blair. Like sometimes he does kind of annoy me, but I probably annoy him too. But he still comes back and he still like he never calls me names. He never fucking screams at me. You know, he never gets out of pocket just because we don't agree. He'll probably just leave the channel and go look at another channel, which is fair.
Hmm.
But my concern, like, I can kind of see why they want it to where they don't want you taking a gun out of the house because, I mean, one, someone could take it off you and use it. This is possible because there are some crazy ass people in New York. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen a lot of tweets where someone's like, well, I see someone carrying a gun. I'm gonna pepper spray them in the face and take their gun and hold them till the police get there. And it's like, ooh, that's a bad idea because if they're not doing anything illegal, you're gonna find yourself in trouble for assault and gun theft. Like that's not a good idea.
Yeah.
Uh, but but also at the same time, like as long as you have it, holstered and strapped properly, and secured,
Hmm.
you know, you should be able to because the bad guys are the ones that are going to be breaking this law any fucking how. I mean,
Yep.
with all that we're seeing coming out of like a lot of places where like people are just coming up and punching like people who are different race and stuff for no freaking reason. Like people need to be able to protect themselves. The original reason we had gun laws started with racism. I really have a hard time backing a law that is based on racism. I'm sorry. The original
Hmm.
racism, the Jim Crow laws, is where a lot of our gun laws started coming from.
Yep.
Even before women could vote, they had a right to carry a gun. I mean, if that tells you anything right there. But
Yep.
when black people were more or less freed, because I mean, they still had segregation, they still had a shithole of other stuff. But when they
Yeah.
were emancipated, we should say, um, they started, the Klan started, becoming, quite a thing, and so of
Hmm.
course people of color had to protect themselves, so they did everything they could to make sure it was illegal for black people to have guns. So that's when they started creating gun laws, and then they just expanded it to everybody because they didn't want anyone to be able to protect themselves. And
Yep.
so a lot of people think Jim Crow laws were abolished. Some were, but
Yep.
not all. And it just became controlling everyone and found a different way to control classes, control the races, and pit us against each other.
Yep. That's why I'm against the NFA. I'm against the NFA,
NSA?
which is the NFA is the National Firearms Act. That's what I'm
Oh,
against.
okay. I did not know that. I hadn't heard this.
Yeah, so I call it NFA. Yeah, that's
Okay.
the one I'm really against. That talks about people right to carry arms, but the guys
Because,
who wrote that law, huh?
and as far as slippery slopes, because, that's how conversations always end up with that term used, is the issue with that. Oh, my goodness. Oh, come here. Oh, thank you. Oh, my back.
I know, my knees I just got
Oh,
straightened out. I can't feel them again.
this stream we were talking about judicial corruption in shitty ass places like Russellville, Arkansas.
Ah,
Yes.
Don't get too deep.
It's entertaining.
I have a plan that includes us not giving any more details.
Ooh, I kind of sort of did, like including like the cop live.
Well, all right, well, no more.
All right. All right, this stream will be privatized later. He said he has a plan. That would be our victim of judicial corruption.
Pretty much.
Yeah, he just got back from Arkansas, so and he brought me some French fries. Intermission, right? But yeah, poor guy. Ronald Reagan limited say, yeah, you know what? I did not know that until I was in my mid-30s. But Philip Blair is correct. Like, I thought Reagan was a great guy, and then I start hearing more and more, and I'm like, this dude was a dumbass at the very least. Like, at least he got bad advice and did stupid shit if he wasn't doing it on purpose. But yeah, limited Second Amendment rights in California, but he was governor. Yeah, it was response to black people arming up. I thought it was in response to the fact that someone shot at him. To be fair, which I could see that would that'd be a knee jerk reaction, you know. But yeah, it was response to black people arming. Yeah, they started doing that more actually. When was Reagan governor? He was president in the '80s. What year was he governor? Because I know the Black Panthers were arming up to defend their Second Amendment rights against police brutality and everything else. All the while, which I also didn't know to my mid-30s, they also used to do community service. The Black Panthers did. They would feed people, give food to the homeless. They would run soup kitchens. They did all kinds of stuff.
Well, in my view, the Black Panthers were the BLMs of their time. Just
Oh,
wreaking
no, I think they had it together better than the BLM.
but it's still the same
Like, I
thing,
think
still a
BLM
hate
is
group.
well, yeah, like we want to because we see anything that's considered out of the norm to be radicalized. Now, don't get me wrong. Setting fire to Starbucks really seems unnecessary. I'm not gonna lie. I I like Dunkin' Donuts better, but like setting fire to Starbucks is just unnecessary. He was governor in the 1960s. Ah, okay. So that would definitely be all right. So, it would be around the time of the Civil Rights Act being passed and the rise of Black Panther movement. So, okay. All right. So that could
Well,
very well check out. That could. Okay.
during the '60s, I believe. I could be wrong, but during the '60s when LBJ signed into law the New Society Act. I
Oh,
forget what it was.
watch what you say. Like, if you let's say what I think you're going to say about what he said.
What LBJ's New Society?
It was rumored that he had said something that I can't have said on this channel.
Not that I'm aware of. No, I have no idea.
Okay, because LBJ basically said I'll have these insert
Yeah.
slurs.
Oh, yeah.
Voting for
I'm
the
not gonna say,
Democrats
no,
for the
no,
next
no.
200
Yeah,
years.
yeah. I'm not gonna say that here, but yeah.
Okay,
He
now
did.
I was saying, I
Yeah,
thought I would head you off at the
I
pass
was confused.
just in case that's where you were going, because we both know
Yeah,
that
yeah.
LBJ was this fake ass piece of shit.
Mm,
Yeah. So that's why I was
yeah.
like, hold up before you do it, because I can't take it back once you said it. So I had to.
No, I'm not saying it, but
I will always remember seeing that and going, oh my god, he fucking did what?
yeah.
And of course,
He
back
said
then you
that.
could get away with saying such a thing.
Yep.
Like we're
Like,
canceling people even if they're dead. Can we cancel LBJ? Can we make that a thing? Can we make
see,
that?
see, see, like I said, when it comes to our mess in our country right now, it's because of FDR's New Deal and LBJ's New Society. That's why we have all these problems today.
I wouldn't be surprised. I honestly wouldn't. That thing was such a mess. I wouldn't be surprised what ramifications stemmed off from that.
Mm-hmm.
But yes. So, yeah. Yeah, definitely have to privatize this video later. Yeah, I might just go into the editing thing and be like, let me just put this on private now. Hold on. DJ for president. Why not? Sure, I can be governor. You can be president. I don't see why not. Unlisted. There we go. We're gonna put it to unlisted. Save change. There we go. An error occurred. Oh, okay. Apparently it doesn't look like that right now, so we'll have to do that later. Okay. Well,
I'll say this much. If I was president, the liberals and Democrats, they would hate me because they can't stand Trump. They would hate me. I'd be so much worse than Trump.
I'm not gonna be like Trump. I'm gonna try not to be like anybody's had in a long damn time.
No.
Good way, not the bad old fashioned way.
But I'm just saying my conservative views. Yeah, they would hate me. They would try to burn me to hell, pretty much, if they could.
Oh. Well, I think the highest I'll be able to get would be governor because anything above that might be dangerous. Hell, even this might be dangerous, depending on who I piss off. As someone surrounded by land, irrigated by Columbia Basin Reclaim Project, I am a fan of the New Deal. Well, like I said, we're not all always going to agree. But Philip Blair's always been nice. So, yeah. But, yeah. Like, I don't know. I think some of the plans I have, I think he would actually vote Republican for me. Because, yeah, as far as last I saw, I don't think there's any Democrats trying to run in Oklahoma. But if I get on there, there's going to be 3 Republicans fighting for this.
This should be
Oh my
interesting.
god.
This will be interesting. Yeah.
Oh, I know. I kind of want to see how this plays out. Like, oh my god, I want to. If the IRS would just fucking hurry up and send me my fucking money, I would have it, but they're not. I sent something to amend it, and they claim, well, it might take 16 weeks. I'm like, motherfucker, I ain't got no 16 damn weeks. I need to get on this now. Like, you gotta start working, talking to folks and doing it now. Damn.
Yep.
And plus, like, I gotta go to the dentist. I need to fix my shit. I can't be smiling, being nice to folks, and looking like shit. But
Yeah, you can't be. You can't be wearing. You can't be wearing your PJs to a rally. So.
Hey, you leave my PJs the fuck out of this, sir. Okay, you leave my Rugrats and Hello Kitties the hell out of this. I mean, you're right. You're right though. You're right. But like, leave my. But no, I even bought some like dress clothes, like suit pants. Because all right, I'm not wearing a pantsuit. I'm not dressing like Hillary Clinton. Like Hillary Clinton ruined pantsuits for everyone. I'm sorry, especially brightly colored ones.
You're wearing a pantsuit. That'd be a miracle.
Yeah. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to have more of like a 1930s or 1920s to 30s style. Maybe even wear suspenders. Okay, kind of like what's her name? Marlene Dietrich. Like she'd wear suit pants and a shirt, a tie. Like do that. Like I'm gonna try to go for that Marlene Dietrich kind of thing going. Well, I'll still be like, I'll be dressed, I'll dignified, just in my own way.
Yeah. Like I said, I could
flat shoes because I am too old to wear heels. I'm lucky I don't trip wearing my sandals. Are you fucking shitting me? I'm serious though. When the independents and the moderates, both parties, like this well, that's what I'm trying to do. Well, I mean, I'm trying to appeal to everyone, actually. So I'm head to toe leather. In Oklahoma summer, I'm gonna have. That's a hard pass, sir. That is a hard pass. No, thank you. In the summer, it's gonna get up toward 100. No. No. With knee-high boots. I do actually have some knee-high boots. I do, and they look fancy because they have like these little gold buttons that go up the side like this and shit. So I actually do have some of those. I would need an excuse to wear them. I'll have to find an excuse to wear them. So I bought them. They have a heel like this. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. When I went to the thrift store and they were $10, I'm like, fuck, these are nice looking. They look almost like they got British kind of emblems on the buttons. They look like cool as fuck. I'm not riding cross. No. This is Oklahoma. No, I cannot do that. Oh, I gotta be like all proper and shit. All proper. I just lost the election right there. Shit. I'm sure plenty of other things from my live stream probably did that. But well, hopefully, I don't know. And a horse, of course. Then wrong kind of course. That's for coarse, like a coarse hairbrush, where coarse you need with a U, not an A. Alpha knows the difference between there, and there. Yes, sir. Not bad for a girl who dropped out in 7th grade, brother. No, anyway, but hey, when I see people who graduated college make that mistake, I'm like, did you not learn from the internet? Because I see people correct each other's grammar when they're in a fight. Like I learned before I got into that bullpen. You want to know where to learn grammar? Watch a Twitter fight happen. Bam! You learn quick. You watch that. You're like, ooh, yeah, you got that wrong. Yep. Just wait for the president to background on these live streams. I would hope. Oklahoma is a horsey state. Well, I mean, yes, there are horses here. I mean, you're not wrong. You were not wrong, sir. he fixed course. Nice. Of course, sometimes when you're using voice text, it doesn't know the difference when you say stuff. So, like, I say, I hope I win the election. It does the WHEN, and I'm like, you don't know the difference between win and win, do you? We got to work on this phone. We really got to work on this. You're supposed to be a smart phone. Failing. Context, damn it. Ah, I can't eat probably French fries. Like, not that I'm not happy, but I don't eat French fries. I don't. Like, they're half gone. I mean, I don't blame the man for being hungry on the way here. He's probably stress eating. Of course, he's skinny as fuck. He can get away with it. I stress ate earlier. I feel really ashamed about the fact that a Oreo McFlurry was involved. Well, I was very stressed out to hear that we're going to have to, if I can really put our nose to the grindstone and fucking fight this. Like, that was a good motion to suppress. Of course, it would be a good one if they followed the rules. They did not.
Yep.
I don't know how to fight somebody who doesn't follow the rules. That's true. They just have to make noise, don't they? They make more noise than the fucking raccoons in the attic do. I tell you they do. Anyway, but yeah. Oh, so there's that. Let me check something real quick. Hold on. I swear, I think nobody is taking mercy on me.
Nope.
Yeah, zero mercy. Oh my goodness. I swear, there's like probably drug dealers running around who make $2,000 in a day, and I can't even like get it in the honest way. Because, and there's a difficulty because I'm trying to get it from regular folks, so that way I'm not in any kind of company's pocket. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to be careful who you get your money from. You get it from other politicians, or you get it from like, certain corporations. You're in their pocket, and you find yourself in trouble. I'm trying to avoid that. I'm trying to go in clean, like.
Well, I'll say right now, go look for that in these times. So.
I hear you. Are you having a bath?
What?
Are you having a bath?
No.
Okay, it sounds like water is splashing in the background. I'm like, what in the fuck?
No, that's not me. I'm just walking from my kitchen. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just getting a starter for my pantry. And I'm just watching some random TV shows. Yeah, I'm just watching some NCIS right now.
Oh yeah, even my counselor, like I would talk to, like my, oh, she's a therapist or counselor. I'm not sure what the fuck she is. Anyway,
Well, my question is then. Well, my question is, since you're trying to raise money to start doing your campaign run, do you have a manager yet, or do you know someone who's going to be your manager for your campaign?
What do they do?
Well, because they help manage your campaign while you're the one going to the rallies, and the manager basically helps you with rallies. They help you with, spreading your message out there, building a website, stuff like that. So if you're raising money to start,
website. Like I mean, I've got Twitter, Instagram,
well, I mean,
and Facebook. Like,
well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, a campaign manager will help you, get your message out there and schedule you for rallies and stuff like that.
But I would have to pay. I'd have to pay them. I don't know. I don't have any money for this. How am I supposed to pay them?
So.
You're basically saying I need a hype man.
Pretty much.
Fuck. Where do I find that? I don't know how to find a campaign manager. I wouldn't even be able to pay them.
Yep. See, like I said, even Donald Trump has his own manager. So he's a billionaire.
Everybody has one.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'd have to be careful who I pick because who knows? Like, they might have some scandalous shit found in their background. It's gonna be looking bad on me. So I don't know. Like, I'm gonna get blamed for somebody else's shit they did in college or whatever. God. Sorry.
Well, everybody's got.
To even out the screen a little bit.
Well, like I said, everybody has skeletons in the closet, so.
Well,
Everybody
I
has their own
know, but
skeletons.
I like to minimize the amount of skeletons running around, so I can at least get into office, so they can at least see that I keep my
Well,
promises and do shit and fix
the,
things.
the only person you can ever find that has no skeletons whatsoever is Jesus. Just saying.
Oh, little bunny's bouncing around in there again. I think I should send somebody out to get some grass so he has something to play in. Oh, poor little bunny. I'm so glad I saved him before the cat got him. Well, I mean, the cat had him, but didn't do any damage. Oh,
Good. That's a relief.
yeah. That poor little baby. I thought he was injured at first. I was worried he was because he was kind of laying on his side, not moving. And I started picking him up, and he started moving. I think he was just stunned. Poor baby.
Yeah.
I would be too. I would be too. If something, I'm this big. If something this fucking big had me in its teeth, I'd be fucking stunned too. I'd be like, I've got PTSD. That poor thing probably has it. That poor baby.
Show us the little guy again. Show us the little
Huh?
guy again.
Oh,
Show us the
show me.
little guy again. Yeah. Where's our little guy?
Come here, little guy. Come here, baby. Come here. Come on, get up, yellow feet, sweetheart. Okay. Ooh, all right. It's all right. Okay. Really gentle.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Look at that little nose. That little cute little eyes and ears.
Everyone likes you. You're adorable.
He's adorable.
His little nose. It's so cute.
now you're gonna have to make the little bunny's own YouTube channel now.
Yep.
Oh,
I mean, why not?
Money. Oh, easy now. Easy now. Don't jump.
Why not just keep him?
It's a long fall. Ah,
Why not just keep him and raise him yourself?
oh, he's too little. I don't have any way of feeding him where I don't have the proper stuff to feed him. He's too little. Yeah.
He's adorable. Give him little small carrots or vegetables.
I think things like cabbage and lettuce would probably be more up his alley. I mean, he's a little tiny thing. I don't. I mean, he might be old enough not to need milk. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure.
Well, there is YouTube. You can learn how to
Oh,
cook.
okay, that's true. We already have 5 cats. I do not want it to be an ongoing battle.
I can see that now. 5 cats if I were a small bunny. Yeah.
Cute little thing. He's a little sweetheart. Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't seem happy, but he seems to relax. Like, he knows I'm not going to hurt him. Like, he's not even trying to get away. I think I'd freak him out when I put my hand in the box. I think it scares him a little. Which is understandable. Good grief, people!
I think all that noise is
There's
scaring
like
the
3 or
more
4
than you
people in
are.
the kitchen. I don't know. There better be some amazing food being if there's that much noise. Baby. Yes. Oh, hey, okay.
So you got any pets, Cap?
Yeah, if y'all think this money's cute.
Unfortunately, no. I used to have a cat, but I had to put her down because of cancer.
Oh, sorry.
That's rough.
Yeah. Well, and I also just passed the year mark since that happened too. But
Okay.
I would be more than happy to have 2 more cats, but unfortunately, this apartment is not very sun filled. Like it faces the north, and the sun completely ignores my apartment with all the windows I have, with the few windows I have. And the whole job thing is also a bit of a deterrent too.
Yeah.
What about yourself?
Well, I live with my grandmother right now because I got the military, but she has a little Shih Tzu puppy dog.
Oh, okay.
It's about 9 years old. So, an old woman.
Okay. You know, all
So
right.
adorable.
Sorry. Yeah, it wants to hide. It wants to like kind of, yeah. It wants to feel like it's tidy and man.
It's camera shy.
Yes. Little shy bunny.
It's like I'm not ready for my debut. Close up. Close up is the
Let me
first
for
thing.
governor for the bunnies. Do it for the bunnies.
They're for the bunnies.
It's a cute little bunny. Do it for the little bunnies.
That could be your mascot right there.
I'm a cat though. That'd be weird.
No, you're a crazy cat woman.
You're a crazy cat lady. I'm not.
I said to put you on that. I just had to bite your chops. Hey,
I happen to be a
I wouldn't
crazy
be.
lady who likes cats, dude. And there's a crazy cat. There's a crazy dog ladies too. Okay. Have you seen some of those people who walk around with their little dog in their purse? That's all fucking weird and shit. Or put sweaters
No,
on their
that no
dog.
no 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 no. That's just an accessory. That's just an accessory for women. Well, per stock, that's an accessory.
And animals should not be an accessory.
I know that, but if you're carrying around a small animal in your purse, yeah, that's not a pet. That's an accessory. For
Yeah, Paris Hilton ruined that for everybody, for real.
yeah.
Oh, you're so cute.
Yeah, carry that little bunny rabbit in your purse. There you go.
It'd be a little coin purse for this little tiny thing.
I wonder if that bunny's gonna grow into be one of those giant rabbits, those giant little bunny rabbits, the big one.
This is a cottontail.
Oh, okay.
That's the kind of bunnies we
So
have
it's
in
not
this
gonna,
area.
so it's not gonna grow into one of those big giant, huge hairs, whatever. Those
Oh,
huge
you're
hair
talking
ones.
about those Flemish giants? Yeah, it's not that kind of rabbit.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are little cottontail bunnies. Although, yeah, let me see. He's got a little bit of a cottontail starting. Oh, well, yeah, you can see a little bit of cottontail starting.
that poor little bunny is probably getting motion sickness every time you move him around.
I know he seems pretty calm in my hand. Like he freaks out in the box, but when I hold him, he seems to be all right.
Yeah. But every time he rotates your arm, like it's like he's on a roller coaster every time you move your arm.
Oh, I hope I'm not making you uncomfortable, Dizzy. Am I baby? You okay? Usually when they're unhappy, they freak out and they start making these weird screaming, chirpy sounds if they're hurting or
Yeah.
frightened, or try to scurry and get away. And he's not seeming to be doing that. He seems to be pretty chill. I'm trying to make him feel a little safe, so that way, like when the animal people take him to the refuge, he'll be kind of used to people, kind of, and won't be
Mm.
maybe as scared.
It's cute.
Yeah, he's a little sweet. You're a little sweet.
Well, I'm about to crash out for the night because I'm starting to fall asleep over here. So I'll probably catch on with you guys maybe tomorrow.
All right, sounds good.
Okey-doke. Nice meeting you.
See you guys. Have a good night, and
Back in there.
pleasure to meet your cat.
Pleasure as well. Have a good night.
Lots of hugs. You can hop off my hand if you want. Hello? He's
He's
just
not
chilling
hopping.
on my fingers. He's like not hopping off my hand at all. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. I mean, I guess that's all right. Just don't do anything wild. I guess. Like don't. Okay. I guess I'm stuck on the bunny for a while because he's like, nope. Like, I
Just
thought
like,
he
that's
wanted
fine.
to go to the box. He's like, apparently does not. Like,
Just like, that's fine. That's fine.
I guess so. Like, okay, was the one. I wish I had a shirt. I wish I had one of those shirt pockets. You could just like chill in the pocket. That'd be cute.
Just pops up every once in a while.
Yeah, he's okay. He's just sitting there with a little nose twitching, just chilling. Like, all right, cool, all right, sure. I just didn't want to freak him out, but he seems like he's good.
Yeah. I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be fine. Just wherever he is, just like
Cute. It is cute. Like, I mean, he's so small. Like a regular cage, I'd have to have like a really small cage, like small wiring, so he wouldn't fit through. And he's so little right now. I'd also be worried he'd get lost in here. I'd never find him again.
yeah,
Until I
that
heard
would
him
be.
chirping because one of the fucking cats found him.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I want the cat to be finding him that quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, so the poor thing would have to be in an enclosure all the time. And that's not very fair, is it? Not be able to hop around the house a little bit. Yeah. Of course, if you hop around the house, rabbits are fast, so I would have a heck of a time trying to catch it. I'd be like, oh crap.
Yeah, just have to have like a whole dedicated room, just rabbit running. But
So cute. He's so cute. He's such a little sweet pea. Good lord. This is almost too cute to handle. I can't. I don't want to put him in a little shirt pocket, but I'm also afraid he might like shirt pocket and then try to jump out of my pocket and then like it's a good like 4.5 feet to the floor, right here.
yeah,
Like I'm afraid he'd hurt himself. So I'm like, yeah, like I used to feel nice and warm in my hand. So okay. Well, I want the animal to feel safe. I may have overdone so. I mean, I don't know how to. I don't know how to fix that. I mean, I don't want to scare it. I don't.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, don't worry, it's all good here.
He probably finds that box boring, which I can understand. Like, it's probably okay to sleep, but hello, Philip, and welcome back. We have the little bunny. Like, I tried to put him back in the box, but he didn't want to hop off my hand. Like, I thought he was going to hop off my hand. He just readjusted and stayed there, and I was like, you don't want off my hand? Just this little bunny rabbit I'm holding. This little handheld, adorable baby. There we go. No, yeah, the thing's just all fucked up. I gotta talk my green screen. I'm just green fucking shit. So hold on a minute. Green screen. None. Yeah, he's just chilling there. I guess he feels at home in my hand.
Yeah.
Little petting. Being a little cutie pie. Well, I'm glad you feel safe, little buddy. Yeah, he almost won't let me put him down, so I'm just like, okay. Like for a while there, I had both hands because I was afraid if he tried to jump, I have to carefully like make sure he didn't fall because ouch.
Yeah.
But now he's just kind of like he's just loafing. I just do the show like this. I'll just be talking to people and they won't see my face. They'll just see this little fluffy bunny. Like this little fluffy bunny that I rescued today because my cat's an asshole. And I don't think he's injured. He doesn't have any marks on him. He's got a little like cow lick. I think it's from the cat's saliva probably.
Mm-hmm.
But because the cat did have like this area right between the ears, like the little scuff of the neck. She had that part like in her mouth, and so.
A lot of them go too much farther than that.
So I'm assuming the bunnies must be close because I imagine she wouldn't have gotten far with it chirping without hurting it. Due to the lack of damage, I assume they're somewhere in the backyard or that side yard. I'm gonna have to go through it really careful, like kind of use a stick and kind of move grass around and see if I can figure out what's safe and what's not to like weed eat with, or areas to do it.
Yeah, unfortunately, I just don't know, too much about, what they would need to eat it, I guess. But
This little fellow probably love some lettuce or some cabbage, probably, but I don't think I have any of that. But I was also told by the animal people they can go a day or so without eating and be okay. So
Oh, okay.
I assumed that since I got him, I found him today, that most likely he ate today, and so he should be okay for the morning when they come to collect him. So he should be all right.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I can try to offer him like get like a little bottle cap, like a plastic bottle, like something like this. I don't want you to think a sharp metal bitter cap or something, but like a little thing of water and see if he wants to drink out of it or something. Maybe I can offer him some that. Actually,
Right.
I still have that syringe I was trying to feed the other babies with, the ones without a needle on it. I
Hmm.
can pull up some water in that and see if I can give him some water. That might do that here in a little while. Yeah, gotta stay hydrated, keep that fur nice and shiny. That's right. So he's just so chill. He's just loafing.
It's like I'm cool right here.
Well, if he feels safe there, then then all right. Although I will, I mean, if I do when I do go to bed, I can't hold him like this. I'm afraid I'll forget he's there because he barely weighs anything. I don't want to roll over on him.
Yeah. No, I understand that.
So like I probably put some grass in there so he can have some grass to play with or whatever. And, yeah. Now you see why I hate my green screen on. My couch looks like shit. What about milk formula from the pet store? Actually, I did have some the other day, but I didn't know I was gonna end up with another rabbit, so I got rid of it. I regret this decision now. Cattens always be cattin'. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, Philip. The little bunny says, endorse Mora and give to her campaign for the bunnies. Okay, it's shameless, I know, but he's so cute. If the IRS, like I said, if I don't know, to see what the stimulus comes through, I could at least maybe be partway there. They fucked up the last stimulus because they didn't factor in my kid, so I didn't
Mhm.
get the amount I was supposed to. So when I was in my income, well, I'd done my income tax already, and so that's why I was like, how come y'all didn't fucking see I have a kid? What's wrong with you? And so I didn't get that. And then I sent them an amendment to be like, hey, because I did my taxes wrong. I realized I had made a mistake. I was supposed to use a percentage of something instead of the full amount. I fucked it up. I'm an idiot because I've never done. I've always had other people do my. I've never done my own taxes. Oh, he's kind of preening or nibbling at my thumb a little bit. Oh, are you thirsty, baby?
Probably trying to figure out like why he's suckling and nothing's coming out.
Aw,
I mean, I guess.
my campaign mascot. Oh, yeah, I'm getting licked on. It's so cute. Eat the coochie thing. Oh, it's so cute. Aw. But maybe I can give him some of my watered down juice. I mean, it doesn't have like fructose corn syrup or anything like that. It's mostly water. Let me see if I can coax him into having a little bit of water. No? You want me to use the little dropper thing and try to give you some water? That works for you? This is just super cute. I just can't with this cute little thing. Aww. It's 11 o'clock. 2.5 hours. I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, I guess a campaign man. 'Cause I was thinking I need a hype man, and I guess a campaign manager is that. But I don't. Where do you find those? Like, I mean, Like that, I think they have an ad on Craigslist or anything.
I mean, hmm.
I need to. I want one that's like not necessarily politically affiliated with anybody, which I know is probably a lot to ask. Because one side or the other is going to be pissed at the guy or girl. I mean, it could be a woman too. I mean, I'm not discriminating,
No, I
but
understand.
huh?
No, I understand. Um, yeah, I just don't know
Yeah, I don't.
where you go to find those individuals.
I mean, I guess I can look up other politicians and see who their campaign manager was, and but God, they probably want money. I mean, this is a rich people's game,
Unfortunately, yeah.
and so yeah, I'm trying to.
You're just like, can we not have it be a rich person's game?
Lots of hugs, Mongo. We'll miss you, and so will Bunny. Look at the bunny, it's cute. Look, Mongo, look at the bunny. Oh, now we got 10 people. Yes, it's a baby bunny, everybody. It's a cute little bunny. And it'll be getting sent to a wildlife refuge where it'll be nice and safe. And away from my cat.
Mm-mm.
I imagine, and since this summer hasn't even started, so I imagine there will probably be more bunnies I'll have to rescue as the season goes on. But apparently the bunny breeding is in full swing.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So I'm like, ah, shit. Yeah, people might just show up just to watch the bunny. I don't know.
Told you, just need to have the bunny's own channel.
Well, I did a live stream and like for like an hour and a half. I was trying to feed the bunnies, and the rest of the time I had the webcam like taped to the box, and it was like 4 hours of bunny live stream. It was I called it little bunny cam, and yeah, like it did pretty well. Like people seemed pretty entertained. They like hear some music in the background, just watch the little bunnies huddle together and be all cute. It was adorable. Little sweet thing.
Yeah, so just like um,
Oh, I might actually. I don't know. I'm probably gonna end the stream here in a little bit, Slasher. But I might restart the stream and maybe do like a silent movie stream, and you can be on. So I might do that. I just wanted to bitch about political corruption for a while, and then it actually turned into a money thing. Like nothing stays on track here, darn it. Nothing.
well, I mean, isn't that the kind of fun of the conversations?
Yes, this is true.
But I also understand the need to, have a panel to discuss the actual issue that you were, originally having the video out for. So
Right. Oh yeah, and I'm privatizing this anyway. Yeah, because Chris has a plan. He said. So I should probably hop off, properly welcome him home, and ask him what his plan is. Anyway, so all right. Hold on. Okay, bye. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to move sudden. Anyway, so lots of hugs to our audience. The bunny says thank you for coming by. Squeak squeak, chirp chirp, bunny noises. I can't replicate that sound. And if you can, I don't know, it sounds like a little dolphin making sound. It's this weird little trill. It's weird. Anyway, but I'm hitting the end broadcast button. I love everybody. We all love y'all. I'll probably okay, gotta break out. Like yeah, send me a message or something later. Like I might do a silent movie like late night stream thing going. Maybe. We'll see how it goes. But hugs to all. Oops, I forgot I did that twice.